There's a common comparison between calories and money. And honestly, I absolutely love this comparison. Some people hate it, but I love it. And I'm going to explain exactly why potentially comparing your calories to money is not only going to change your relationship with food, but it's also going to make fat loss a hell of a lot easier. So the first way in which calories are kind of like finances, if you spend more than what you earn, then you are going to start losing money. You're going to be skint. There's nothing going to be in the bank. And this can be compared to fat loss. If you spend more than you earn, you are going to be skint. And our best comparison of the bank would be our body fat stores, because that's where we put excess fat instead of excess money. So that's the first way in which obviously finances are kind of similar to calories. The second way in which finances and money are quite similar to calories is if you've got a set budget throughout the week. Let's say, for example, your budget is £10 a day. Let's say, for example, on Wednesday, one of your mates asks you, would you like to go out for a beer? And you say, yeah, fuck it, let's go out for a pint. And you go out for a pint with your mate and, you drink that beer and happy days, then you will go home, which is completely unrealistic in my opinion, because I can't really go out for one beer. But let's assume that you do. You just go out for one beer, meaning that over the course of the day, you've actually spent that £15. Then in order to stay within your budget, the next day you would probably spend £5. Or over the next couple of days, you'd probably only spend £7.50. Or over the next 5 days, you'd probably only spend £9. Basically, either way, you are still keeping within your budget by just accounting for what you spend on an irregular day, which you don't spend your budget. Because much like that, much like finances, we are human beings. We don't eat the same things every single day. We are not robots. There might be a day whereby your calorie target is 2,000 calories, but you eat 2,200 calories or 2,500 calories. That doesn't mean you fucked it. In order to just balance out your weekly calorie intake, potentially the next day, only eat 1,750, and the day after that as well. That is how you account for your calorie intake, because your calorie intake is a weekly target, not a day-to-day thing. And finally, another really good way in which calories are kind of like finances is, let's use that budget analogy again. If you have a set budget of £10 a day, that's how much you need to be spending on average every single day in order to keep to your budget. It's going to be in your best interest to make a note of everything that you buy in a shop and the amount of money that you spend in a shop in order to make sure that it adheres to your budget. Because if you do not, you're probably going to get to that till thinking that you've only spent £8 and it actually comes to about 16. And that is how calorie tracking works. You're literally just making a note of everything you put in your body to make sure that the amount of calories you're eating comes below the amount of calories that you're burning off. And then let's say, for example, you're in that same shop and you see something that you really like. Let's say, for example, you see a turtle shelter in the middle of Aldi, the weird aisle in Aldi, right? But that comes to about £30. And you're looking at your £10 budget and going, I can't really afford that, but I really, really want it. I really, really want the turtles in my garden to feel at home. You would probably buy that, but you wouldn't feel guilty about it because you know that it's like a once a week, once every couple of weeks, once a month purchase. So you wouldn't really get pissed off about it because you know you're probably not going to do that again. You'd probably just be a little bit careful with your spendings in the weeks after. When saying you'd probably only spend £9 for the days after, or you'd probably cut down to about £5 for a couple of days. But either way, that one purchase for £30 isn't going to fuck the whole yearly budget because you know that it's not a regular thing. You know that you're not going to be going into Aldi middle aisle every single week or every single day and buying something for £30. And this is why you shouldn't feel guilty about, for example, going to a restaurant and eating some food which is potentially like 250 calories above your target, because it's probably not going to be a daily thing. It's probably going to be once a fortnight or once a month. One rainy day doesn't make a winter. Always remember that. I hope this helps and I hope this makes sense. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions, comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more free fitness or fat loss based tips without any of the bullshit as always, then make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.